Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to introduce our guest today, Louis Beaumont. He has had an extraordinary life journey, to say the least. He survived leukemia at 13, and he's a ex-French special intelligence, and is currently working on a self-defense AI startup. And he's previously been a part of the world's best accelerators like Techstars, Orange, DAO, and Buildspace. And yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
Yeah, and the first question I'd like to ask is, to the extent you can share, what are you currently working on solving in your self-defense startup?
Yeah, we're still in stealth, so we don't share a lot, but we focus on autonomy and scale for defense and intelligence operations.
Hmm. And then what's your reason for choosing the defense industry?
Um, I want to make the world a safer place. That's the reason.
Hmm. And I'm assuming like finding information in the defense industry and also in the deep tech is very difficult. And how do you go about learning how I can build these things when information is quite scarce in your specific industry?
I think deep tech is the difference between deep tech and traditional software is that you have to understand more knowledge, like at the like fundamental knowledge, and it's gets closer to like the real world. Like example are like people doing stuff with like satellites or AI accelerator. And regarding finding information in a specific industry like defense, uh, it's it's about talking to a lot of people. You can either like getting intro or just finding people on internet, finding companies, finding people, and reaching out, getting into calls, and learning. Not biasing people. And also having worked in the industry helped. I worked in intelligence industry before, and you can still extract information and knowledge from internet. And I've learned this for myself in like startup industry. You can learn in different like Reddit or other places. You can ask questions to a lot of people and extract some knowledge from it. What are like the challenges in industries and potential opportunities?
Ben, so you've been in France, Switzerland, Berlin for AI, and San Francisco. Where do you think is the best place if you're in the AI scene or building in AI to be at?
San Francisco, I think. Maybe China, some place in China also, but I don't know much about China. But San Francisco definitely in Hayes Valley. It's called the Cerebral Alley. Um, so there are a lot of, like everyone is doing AI. Everyone you meet is doing AI. Um, and like a lot of people tries a lot of things. Like some people they do hackathon every weekend.
I would like to go a little bit back, and I'm just curious. How do you think AI is already being implemented in defense, like effectively at this moment? Because uh, I've heard of these like drones and autonomous things already being used, and for security as well. There's some big AI security startups already. How do you think AI is already being well implemented?
Yeah, and so I know that some companies use large language models to control um, like missiles, uh, to like uh, direct like attacks, and it seems to be more there is probably something more efficient about using LLMs to control this. in like the intelligence in the intelligence industry, they start to use LLMs a bit also. Like if you if you go, for example, to like the French CIA, it's called DGSE. They you can see on their LinkedIn page they are hiring LLM engineers, um, people like this, and and it's just it's a way to increase like autonomy and um, in general like technology allows you to like I like a quote from like a philosopher called Whitehead, and he says that civilization advances by the number of operations humans can perform without conscious effort. So, for example, 100 years ago, if I wanted to go from Paris to Berlin, I would probably use a map, something like this. And at every on the road, I would regularly check the map and think, okay, do I need to go left or right? And now we have Google Maps, and you just you say where you want to go, and you just have to follow like the path, and you have less like conscious effort allocated to navigation, and so you can allocate more attention to something else, like listening to an audiobook or something else. I don't know. And so technology allows us to do more with less, to um, abstract away tasks, and like LLMs are really good at this. Like it's really incredible how they increase the amount of things we can do without conscious effort.
Mm, I see. And what would you say are like your favorite individuals in the LLM and AI space that you look up to, and or like resources, channels, blogs that you learn from?
Um, I like Andrzej Karpati. I'm not sure I say well his name because he thinks fundamentally about AI, and he implements stuff from scratch, and this is necessary when you want to truly understand anything. You need to experience at like the fundamental layer, and I like there's a Twitter guy. It's called AK. He's like sharing a lot of progress on AI. Um, yes, that's what comes to my mind.
Mm, yeah. And moving on, I'm just curious, because recently you built Ava and Embed Base as a part of your stealth startup. You built them in a matter of weeks or in a month. What are your strategies for quickly building these things and making them start generating revenue and having users?
Yeah, it was like a different startup, but I I was working with someone else I met in Berlin, and we so Ava it started as like a just like a weekend project, open source project I was working on. So it was um, a tool for note taking app called uh, Obsidian, which it would allow you to automatically connect your notes based on like the content, like the semantic, using like like AI, some new kind of like not really new actually, but in 20 um, 2021, OpenAI they released a model called embeddings, and it's like a model that allows you to turn text into like some representation that allows you to compare different text, how similar they are. And this technology has been there for like maybe 10 years, but this when OpenAI released it, they made it like really easy to use this in like real product. And I was already using like some model AI model doing this like it was running on my computer, but before OpenAI released this, I was working with this kind of model for like maybe like 4 years or like for a while, and so this project started like as a weekend project, and it got like some traction. I had maybe like 100 stars on GitHub or something like this, like a few people using it, but it was hard to use for non-technical people. And my co-founder convinced me to make it easy to use for like non-technical people. And so we hosted like a version on the cloud of like the server that was doing all this, and we launched a lot. So to launch to grow like a product like this, um, you just need to you build and you launch like every day. You put on Twitter, you make video, you throw on Twitter, and you track metrics. Very important. You measure, for example, daily active users. If people are using your product every day, and you should be very honest with your metrics, not like measuring if someone checks your website or like if you really if people is really getting value from your product. And so we quickly got like 15,000 users and made like like four figure and like what we did was like just we would track like specific feature and like just try to increase like the daily active users and talk a lot to users what are their like problems. There is like a framework to talk to users. It's called the mom test from a
Oh
book.
yes, I read that.
And
It was amazing.
yeah, like the idea is to like it when you're not into when you're new to this, you sometimes you can ask question like how should I build this feature or something like or this feature or that feature, but this is wrong because you don't learn about um like how you can make your product better, and it's better to ask what are their problem and what kind of where they waste their time. Um, and we did this project. At some point, we decided to focus on like the infrastructure we built to for this AI project. And at first, we wanted to make it easy for developers to create this um, like semantic experience in product. And it was like in the early days of projects that have got very popular called Longchain or Llama Index is called now, I think. And GPT Index, it was like the first name they changed. Longchain was got like popular quickly, and like we I think like yeah, our project was like kind of equivalent of long chain, but um, on the cloud, more on the cloud, and we pivoted a bit, different directions. We had like revenue. We had like a few startups using us. I was helping like friend of mine, like a Techstars startup that they are doing like some uh, like admin dashboard for like monitoring plants in like a big factory where there are a lot of plants. So they monitor the health of and growth of plants using computer vision, and we help them build like an assistant for farmers, like for agriculture, that would help them um, make their plant healthier and grow stuff like this. And we got um, like a YC interview, and there was a lot of AI startup at the time, and I think we couldn't convince them of like the long term uh, direction of this project. We didn't have like a long term vision.
But
Um,
so you've been to other accelerators like Techstars and Buildspace and other accelerators. What would you say you learned from them on how to build startups?
it's hard to say exactly because now it's part of me, but uh, like the customer is the main focus. You like a business is saving time to someone or helping them make more money, and it's important to talk to them a lot, to talk to your customer or potential customer, and to ask what are like the challenges in their industry, and uh, and try to see like how you can help them. That's one of the things I learned. But also, yeah, when you are when you have co-founders, um, you need to navigate co-founder relationships. You need to be. It's a lot of learning actually that I generalize on life, which is a bit understanding your co-founder well-being, and having like a good um, hygiene, maybe was the word, with like your co-founder relationship, um, and
I think YC,
yeah,
like if they're startup school, like the first thing they talk about is co-founder relationships, and they say like most startups fail because of co-founder relationships. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like if like if the relationship is good, it gives you a lot of energy to build. But if the relationship is not good, you just have less energy, and like even like the startup dies because of like some fight or something. Um, so it's important to invest a lot of effort in this, and you will have like more energy to redirect in the startup.
Hmm. And another thing, I saw that you have your own like brain like knowledge base of different notes you have from podcasts, books, your own Twitter posts. What would you say are your favorite insights and wisdoms you've acquired over all that writing you've done?
Um, so I think writing uh, is one of the best way to think, because uh, when it's in your head, when you try to solve problem in your head, you can easily get lost, and you can also you just stay at like a superficial level in your thought, and when you write, you it's kind of like drawing a tree maybe, where you have a thought, and then you go to another node of the tree, of your thought, and you can. And at the end, when you wrote everything, you have really like so much clarity. And I've learned this over time. I've wrote a lot, and mostly for myself to clarify my thoughts. And I think it's important to. Uh, I feel like it's important to write, to try to write for the public still. Like when I started, I would just write for myself, and it was really, people didn't get it. And when you try to write for like the public, um, I think you have a better retention of knowledge. And
And what would you say are like
yeah,
one of your favorite quotes you've learned from all your learnings?
hard, hard to say, but the ones that come back to my mind is this like Whitehead quotes of like civilization progress from the number of operations humans can perform without conscious effort.
Oh, another quote around just startup advice that is pretty sound with what I've been hearing from YC. This is what you said. Non-technical founders are akin to a leader who can't ride a horse or a general who can't wield the sword. What made you say that?
I mean, this quote is not from me. It's from it's Elon Musk, and
Really? Oh.
it's in his like yeah, it's his last biography also. Like yeah, you know, knowledge is like again, it's like a tree where fundamental you have like fundamental knowledge is like the root of the tree, and then you have like branches and like layers of knowledge. And non-technical founder have just like the last layers of the tree, and they don't have like the fundamental like the roots. You can only reach like the root of the tree by hacking, like tinkering, and when you see like the whole picture from like the root to the end, it's usually when you have a PhD in like a topic. Like a PhD is going pushing like the last node of the tree. When you have like the full picture, you can you can just have a better decision making in life. I think some non-technical founders are still very successful, like Airbnb or other companies. So that's not like like I don't want to insult like non-technical founders. I think they you can still do a lot of things. It's like a lot of part of like startup is just your desire and your desire to bring your vision to reality.
And I mean, just moving on to your personal note, when I saw your Twitter, this is the first thing that came up, and I'd love to understand is you survived leukemia when you were 13. How did that affect your view on life? Because yeah,
How did it affect my view on life? Today I was thinking, like 1 hour ago or something, I was thinking about it. One of the thing it changed in me is I have like very very high standards for my health, and people when I say that I have high standards for my health to people, most people they don't realize how high it is. And so I'm just I think it's really easy to die for humans, and I don't I don't want to die. I think I'm part of like the team, like the don't die team. I don't like to categorize myself in like a group. I prefer to think by myself, but I also believe that there are people that are like technology can make us live very long time, maybe forever already. And to go back to like the original question, I think surviving leukemia allowed me to be much more resistant and like persistent in a lot of area of life. I just see people give up quickly, and I'm able to like stay like persistent. I think it's really like a blessing or like useful. I'm I'm most thankful for. I know it would sound like weird, but being thankful for like being faced this to face like a hard thing. Like when you face hard things, like it really makes you. It makes everything else easy, and yeah, surviving leukemia made a lot of things in life easy for me that are difficult for other people.
Hmm. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I just can't imagine how tough you'll be afterwards. I'm talking about your 13-year-old self. I'm 17, so if you can travel back in time to when you're 17, what would you tell yourself?
Um, Talk a lot to people. Um, be more social and spend more time understanding um, things fundamentally.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a lot of other people I've interviewed. They say similar things. Um, and yeah, I'm really thankful for your time, ladies and gentlemen. This was Louis, ex special intelligence, survived leukemia at 13, currently stealth founder. Thank you for your time, Louis.
Thank you.